Hello, my name is Eno Ojang. I'm originally from Cameroon. I'm based in Columbus, Ohio.
This is William Kempson, originally from Cameroon, based in Columbus, Ohio.
I'm Iris G, um, based in Columbus, Ohio, representative of LICI and the Liberian community uh, for young people and professional.
I'm Smith Francois. I am now based in Columbus. My parents are from Haiti, so I keep that Haitian American culture in me. So, so we're gonna start off just talking about.
It's pretty much an open forum uh, and a concept of just trying to uplift the world around us. When you see somebody like you, kind of showing them that love, that respect, as opposed to waiting and they're not around to tell them, hey, I really miss my brother. If you have a brother or you have somebody that looks like you that's doing something positive, each and every one of us here, I'll speak for us. I want to say we want to encourage you because there's in our personal life we have people that may not have that same opportunity. So you want to take that time and acknowledge those people and kind of be a professional yourself because it's important if we're trying to change the world around us. It's important that we do conduct ourselves in a fashion where people take us serious. I think everybody will agree with that. People will kind of see the work that you do through you and won't be like afraid of you, as more of have that respect for you and believe. And then again, we actually just came from a discussion with a doctor, and she touched on a lot of important points. And now I think it's up to us to take those points and install it in our own life and see how we can help ourselves at the end of the day. Because we have the knowledge now, it just now we gotta teach it, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great conversation we had with the doctor because she made us to, or she, let me say, pour down on us a lot of information about health for our personal self and also for the community, for us to share it with our brothers and sisters. And I guess as time goes out, as youth around the city and where we live, we have to make sure we put out the message out there. And we just pray on God to give us the strength and the support in any way He can to make this well accomplished.
Thank you. I'm just going to add to what my brothers already said. The main topic today we're trying to pass across is empowering one another. I wouldn't just say black people. I just say one another. For instance, we need to stand for each other and stand with each other. So So right now we are at this point where the youths, I wouldn't say the youths, but the young, the old, are still in the searching mode. Everybody's trying to search what they want to do for themselves, and sometimes we have those downs, sometimes we have those up moments, and we don't cherish them sometimes. So I feel like we need to get together more often as a community, not just in the name of I'm from Liberia, I'm from Cameroon, I'm from this place. We all come from a continent, especially we the black people. We all come from a continent, and I pray that one day we're not just going to be called. Maybe it's not going to be in a lifetime, but we're not going to be called. I'm from Africa. I'm from United Africa. Because at some point we need to stand together for us to actually stand, and we're growing to a level where we understand who we are as black people, and I think the youth of nowadays are actually fighting for more of the rights to be acknowledged in whatever they do, be it education, be it in business, be it in whatever, and actually try to give back as well back home. So that's all I'm going to say for now.
All right, the thing we just met today, and we came to support the doctor. And the thing we notice is we're all entrepreneurs. We're all hustlers. We was talking about that earlier about how hip hop is about hustlers and
Exactly.
things of that
Yeah.
nature. And where's the rest of the people? It's like, what are they doing with that time? It's like they're on their phone, they don't want to come out. So it's like we here, we understand the miscommunication or the problem in our community is people coming out and supporting one another. This was a free event, right?
Yeah.
So free event, and but I'm just gonna leave it at that. But that's what we here talking about, like how we support one another, moving on forward.
Awesome. I think I want to propose a question to all of us, and it's just like he said, we all met today, and it's an extreme energy that's been going through all of us, a need of young professional. So I just want to, and again, that's my narrative. My narrative is empowering young people to say, you know what, it's okay to be who you are, but it's also okay to do right, you know. So I kind of want to encourage everybody that's here with us and propose this question to just kind of see where we are at and where we want to be in the future. What is one thing you would like to see, you would like to say to someone that's not here? You know, somebody that's not here, what is that thing you would like to say that will make get them here? And I'll just start off by just saying I had to undergo a lot of self progression within my own personal life. I know when I first was in high school, you take it back to high school, uh, I didn't have anybody that was telling me, hey, this is the college course you need to be taking. You know, this is the way life is going to be after high school. You know, so I kind of, my mom was there. She was evident to, hey, you need to go to school. You need to go to school. But she wasn't there to say, hey, look, you need to go to school because my great grandpa went to school, or we have this business that we have to sustain, or you have to, you know, I didn't have that force. But through me wanting and seeking better for myself, I kind of always wanted to succeed, so I put myself around those people, and which is why I'm in this position today. But if you're not here, what I would like to say to you is, if you're watching this message, just find some people to put yourself around that's productive enough to where you can see yourself in their shoe, but doing things a little different, because it's not about so much of or what I have versus what the other person have. It's all about how we can help. So if you find those people that you can see that's doing something a little better than what you're doing, hook onto them, grab onto their shirt. I have this theory of holding on to somebody's shirt, and it's like, okay, I'm with you now. You know, I have on your shirt. You're gonna have to kind of like force my hand off your shirt. But if I have my hands on your shirt, you know, I can follow your every move, and just find that person that drives you. You know, that's what I would say to somebody that's not here today.
Yeah, that's very interesting. One thing I have in mind, I've always have in mind when I look at life in general, and I would like to put it out there to my brothers and sisters, youths in particular, who are still looking forward to do something better for themselves, is what this particular word we call legacy. I've always sat by myself. I thought about this word. It's a very good word, but we neglect it a lot, especially, let me specify, us Africans. Because first, like you said, when we're growing up or we're living life, we don't have a focus. We don't have somebody like an idol that we look like. I want to be like this person. I want to be even better than this person. In our African communities, even back home, trust me, apart from the few leaders we have like Nelson Mandela who tried his best, there's no, you cannot hear an African man trying to say, I want to be like this person, who call an African leader or an African hero. The few person you want to hear them call that I want to be like this person will definitely come out of Africa. So we live a life where we don't do something influencing the people coming behind us. You know what I mean? So all what I'm just trying to talk to my brothers and sisters is that we need to start thinking about something like that. We need to put that in our mindset, in our page goal. Like the doctor said, I've forgotten the term she used to describe that, but let me just put it the best way I can put it. What you need to stay away from it and focus on what, yes, temperance. Focus on what is going to help you or what is valuable, what is not going to mess up your system or what is not going to mess up your life in this situation. Stay away from it and focus on the other part. Yes, let's live a productive life. Let's live a life where you should be your brother's keeper. Yes, like even like our brother said here before he left. He said 90% of the time you see your friends, your 10 missed call from your friend is when he's in a problem. You won't see 10 missed call and you call his phone. It's like, man, I just want to check on you.
Yeah, that's true. That's facts.
Yes.
People call when they need help.
Yes, they only call you when they need help. That's when you see millions of missed call. But when they're doing okay, bro, you'll never hear them calling your phone 10 missed call or this or that to check on you. You only meet them on where you see them drinking and making noise, this and that. That's where they are very, very productive.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's true.
Yes. So we really, really need to come together, be our brother's keeper, influence ourselves. Bro, my mom used to tell me, say, hey, when you were a kid, when you were cooling on the floor, you did not just wake up one day and start walking. You grab either a chair or you put your hand by the wall before you stood up. So definitely, we need brothers around us and sisters around us to support us, to make us strong. So if we can get a union that we can work together, when this person feels like he's falling, we say, hey man, let's keep it going. We create a forum where when you think about missing one of those person around that forum, you'll be like, no man, I don't need it this way. Yes.
So that it can keep that legacy going.
Yeah, it can keep that legacy going. To come together and do something great for ourselves. We need to really work on this. I'm 100% ready if I have that committed brothers and sisters around me. I'm 100% ready.
Definitely what you said, legacy, and what you said, Russ Keeper. I went to all boys school in Chicago, and those two things are the foundation of black communities. Like Martin Luther King, who was it? Like he's still relevant, but like how long ago was that?
Yeah.
Like Haiti was free 200 years ago. How long was that? Like what's going on now? Obama, okay. It's continuous. Like who do you look up to? Who said, one of you guys said it. Who are you looking up to? It's like it's okay to say we'll be greater than that. We'll be greater than Mike. Like Mike, it's good.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do. Like people are like, no, you can never be that great. Why not? Why can't we? So the thing I would like to tell people that's not here is just like he said, just I don't know, just hang on. It's just
grab on somebody.
hold one another. It's like
and keep pushing. You know. Like he said, I know I ball too, and he's talking about being better than Jordan. I used to hold that rock and I thought I was, you know what I'm saying? I used to try to be better than Jordan. So it's, again, you have to find that idol. Another thing is people get in that competitive spirit. It's okay, but don't compete with your brothers. You know, compete with those outside of that box, you know.
I was talking. I wouldn't say you shouldn't compete with brothers. Like you said, it's okay to compete, but when you say compete, means healthy competition. Sometimes competition brings creativity as well and other stuff as well. But it depends if you guys work together somewhere to compete. But I wouldn't say you shouldn't compete, because if you don't compete, you shouldn't. How would you learn from your brother?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Your brother comes with something nice. Okay, he did that. Okay, I can do that too.
Yeah.
Then he'll be like, okay, if you can do that, I'm going to try to
Let's just put it like positive competition.
Yeah.
Not competition to bring you back.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
sorry for competition, but I just had to point that out.
No, you're
No,
fine.
that's actually good. That's true. You should compete, you know, and that's what I'm saying. You should compete, but it should be a healthy competition because, again, like you said, it sparks ideas, and you can take that first notion and make it better, you know. That's the key here, y'all. So if you guys have anything y'all want to add to us, I'm sure we're gonna drop this video. Leave some comments. We all just met today, literally met today. I met this guy earlier, and I called him, and he was like, "Look, what's up, man? We need to do this because I had something else to do." And we had this. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how I went down. We had this plan, right? Our plan was to meet at 1:30. So I took all my day and I surrounded around 1:30, right? And then he called me 20 minutes later. He's like, you know what? Let's meet 30 minutes from now. And it was like from 10 o'clock, I already have my day to 1:30. And he's like, look, bro, I need to see you 30 minutes from now. And I'm like, all right, look, let's make it an hour. You know? So, but it takes that type of energy to get, you know, he got me up and moving. So.
When we came to this country, this is my brother here and I, we started a group that was all about Cameroonians.
Mm-hmm.
That every like 2 weeks, like this week we can study at my house.
Mm-hmm.
The next week we'll go to his house. The other week we go to this person's house. But that used to be a healthy group that when that period is coming for our meeting, nobody want to go home. We started it like a joke.
Yeah.
It got to that stage where it became so interesting that when we go to someone's house, at time we leave 10, 11, 12, even before midnight we leave. But it become a situation where we don't leave again till even the next day. When you get tired, they never come and like, hey, please, you guys reduce your spirit or whatever you're doing here. You know what I mean? But some people came into it and messed up everything, took it for something else, and we all had to break out like that.
But the story of the line is, you just mentioned legacy, you mentioned people to look up to, right? Yeah. And to me, nowadays, like we said, in Africa, we don't, I was always use the word Africans. We all originate from Africa or Haiti or whatever, even if all black people as well. In America, most people have the privilege or the chance to read books. You know what I mean? Like read books or read stuff from people's life. Because if you learn, like I said, we don't have nobody to learn. We didn't learn from my grandpa. All we learned in Africa was stories. Yeah. Oh, your grandpa was this person. He was this kind of person. He was this kind of person. So we just always do the storytelling kind of thing. But we don't grab onto those stuff. Whereas in developing countries, they have things written down. You can actually read from them and actually learn. You learn people's past mistakes they have gone through for 20 years and shorten your stress and experience by reading the book. So I advise most of us out there to read books that are going to like self-develop, help them to do stuff like being a leader, do anything you want to achieve in life. Read books. It's going to help you, especially if you have mentors, because mentors nowadays are not cheap. Yeah. You can't afford a mentor nowadays. They're not cheap. It's not just affordable, but books are going to be the keys to achieving those goals. You want to achieve any goals or whatever. That's my idea of how to.
I mean, that's actually unique. You brought up that point because I was watching TEDx just I think last night, because when I got the flyer, ever since I got that flyer, I've been kind of studying health. You know, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a part of this health event. I have to be aware. You know, and I tend to not think I know everything. I'll go back to the fundamental when it's time for a new project or something. I don't want to overlook anything. So I started looking at that, mental health and stuff like that. And it's funny that you mentioned books, because as I was watching one of those TEDx on the topics, they were discussing about the Egyptian city of Alexandria, I believe, the city of Alexandria, and they had the greatest library. Yeah. They had the greatest library. And they didn't have the greatest library because of any magnificent reason. They had the greatest library because every ship that came to the dock, they said, you can't just pass through this area. You have to park your ship. And you park your ship, and what they did was they took all your books that's on that ship and they photocopies it into their library. So they got knowledge from all over the world. So the knowledge is in the book. I definitely have to agree with you. So what he's saying, there's a power in what he's saying. What he's saying is read more, because Alexandria was the greatest city at the time. I think if you're looking at it, it was like what's that? The techs in California, the tech place.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley. It was the Silicon Valley of that time. It was like Alexandria was the Silicon Valley of that time, but they did it simply because they said, park your boats and let me photocopy your books. That's the only thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's important. That's power in there. So
no, trust me, bro. Reading and research is a great work. Trust me.
Self-education is very important, because that's where you learn more.
Because no matter what they teach you in class, if you don't go after and study on your own, you will never be able to accomplish what they taught you.
I would add to that, right? Like you said, history. Those are past tense, but we have to now how do we just start with just she's writing a book? How we
How did we get to that level, right?
Yeah, so it's like we had to document our history.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
There's power in that.
That's why it says history. It's his story.
Yeah.
It's somebody's story. So it's up to you to create your own story.
Yes.
And I think we talk about history. You just brought up one about writing and documenting. I think you talk about legacy, and you just talk about like just empowering each other. Like I know one thing you was very careful in your speech about just saying African. You want to look at black people as a whole, and that's important because Africa is so big, and we all have. Now they have what's the thing? The family tree thing where you can go back and trace your family and go back and back and back. And people are finding out they're from villages that still exist. And it's important that we should support. I know me in my personal life, I've had brothers that made wrong decisions and are now on a different quest. People that grew up here, and this is a very emotional topic in my life right now, evident because one of my brothers is going through this, and so it's like I really want to encourage those who are coming to this country, take full potential. The potential in this country is ridiculous. What you can do. I know you from Haiti. I'm from Liberia. You guys are from Cameroon, and these are all nations that are suffering. Like not just like they're suffering. So for any of us to go back there now, it would be like a culture shock immediately.
Yeah.
You would know that you don't have your iPhone, you don't have Uber, you don't have Uber Eats, you don't have DoorDash. You can't just go home and turn on your water. You really have to have certain skills to survive in these atmosphere, in these areas. So for that to happen to me and seeing one of my brothers that I used to just pull up on them in nice cars and, stun or whatever, that case is, it's touching to me. And I think we, when we was growing up, we didn't have the right guidance, to kind of get us on that right path. That's why I'm not a public figure and trying to make my life better and trying to make your life better, because however I can help in what capacity in the time that I have, I'm here. Utilize me as your brother. I don't have all the answers. We can figure it out. But you know what I do have? I do care. I care. And with that curiosity, we can figure out anything, because I won't leave you hanging. I'm not saying I'm going to dedicate my life to your cause. No, that's not what I'm saying. Don't get it wrong by any means. What I'm saying is we can figure out those little things to, I think you mentioned it, that you don't want to just go to Cameroon and just give. You want to kind of teach them something, so when you leave, they have that. I think it was about cooking, so they can know how to now cook healthier and live that life. So you leave that print on them. It's not about giving. It's about teaching and nurturing. So we gotta do this more often, bro. Like
Definitely. At my job site the other day, on our lunch break, one Muslim guy was sharing his story with his friends, which I was part of it. He said most of us, Africans in particular, most of us who have the privilege to come here, we take this country for granted to an extent. Because he was sharing this guy's story. The wife, fortunately, was privileged to be here. The wife brought him over here. He took America for granted. He never had a driver license, nothing. Took one of his wife's cars at home, nothing. Get on the way, doesn't even know what he's doing. Got himself involved in a serious accident. The guy is ass locked up in jail. Took him to court. The judge don't look at him like that. And when they took him to court, he became so proud and bold. They said they were going to send him back to Africa. He said he doesn't care. That if they send him back to Africa, that's the most comfortable thing they've done to him in his life. I swear to God, you know what the judge did? The judge said, you're not going to Africa. We'll kick your ass back in the street. So you see the real suffer here in America. You see how America looks like in the opposite side. They locked him in jail. They told the wife, you know what? After 3 months, come and pick him up. The wife said, I don't need him. Since he the wife said, I don't need him. Since he wants to prove that he is a man on his own, let him live the life as a man.
I don't know if that's right though.
No, it's true.
I don't know. I don't know if that's right for her to, you know.
I mean, you get her point. She's the one that brought him over, right? And then he's making it sound like
No, but
he doesn't care.
Yeah,
It's
the
like,
guy was acting like he doesn't care. You know what I mean? Even to that extent where, you know, but this country, you can always get things back on the right position if you work hard on it.
America is a place of rebirth. You can get born. You can
Yeah,
born
but-
again anytime.
Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, it sounds like a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? You have to be careful with a cry for help and thinking somebody really have it together. A cry. So, for example, when you see kids acting up in school, right? The first thing they say is, "I don't care, whatever, do whatever you want to do with me."
Man,
I
I'm
don't
sure
care."
at that level will still be using that word.
I'm just saying. It's,
Okay,
I look
wait,
at
let
that
me
as
finish
a
the-
cry for help.
let me finish the story. So as the wife told the judge, I don't need him. You guys can keep him there for whatsoever I want. And after he's done, if you guys don't want to keep him there, send him to the street. So they had to call this Muslim man now in Columbus, because it's like this kind of community guy that intercede in situation like that. He went and picked up the guy, brought him to live with him. Why he brought him to live with him? Talk to him, like redirecting him on what to do and how to go about stuff. The guy acted like he has listened. One day he said he was at work. They called his phone. They said, "You know what is happening at home?" He said, "No." So that man is already drunk in the living room. Everywhere is scattered with bottle drinks everywhere. He said, "You know what? Since he doesn't want to listen, that is a trash. Put him in the trash." Because if all what we're trying to do to him, he doesn't want to listen, he thinks he can do stuff, he said, then the street should be the better place for you.
So, the thing I'm taking from this is, we're all not originally from America, right?
Yes.
So how about next time we talk about the transition, like how can we bring our brother or peer here, or how to survive here? How do we survive? How did you learn to be an entrepreneur? What made you do that? For me, I didn't have to go that route. I have an older brother who's in that situation right now. I don't talk too much, but he's in that situation, so I seen him. I didn't have to go through all that. So mine was like God, but I have two older sister, young sister. I'm thinking about the nieces, like how do I protect them? So next time, I don't know, we can talk about that, like how do we what's our vision for our future here?
Yeah.
How do we create that legacy?
Okay, so today we're just a first starter.
Yeah.
We're just trying to express ourselves and see what we're trying to talk. But I agree with you. And again, to add to what you guys just said this evening, please, guys, if you have a chance to reach out to one of them or one of us for anything to go ahead and ask, we can reach out to you. And we'd love to hear your comments of whatever we just mentioned right now. And yep, Mr. William.
That's it.
Chris. Yes, sir.
Was a great one, my brothers. Keep it
was nice,
flowing.
man. Keep it flowing. Thank you. Thank everybody for the skills and the passion.
Definitely.
That's dope. Boss man. It's over with. That was nice.